Hi, I'm Jessica.
And I'm Tracy.
And this is She's on Top, the place where we celebrate and elevate women.
Have you ever suffered a health crisis? How would you respond? How would your life be changed? Hopefully you will never have to answer these questions, but today's guest wasn't so lucky. Or maybe she was.
Today we're talking with Margot Daley. Margot is a former colleague of mine in television. She was an executive producer, but that all got turned upside down when at the age of 45, she suffered a stroke.
And after leaving her job and taking a year to recover, she had some time to think about what she really wanted to do.
Today, she has a thriving new business as a photographer and a videographer, and she's focused on women entrepreneurs and change makers like herself.
It really is an inspiring story of recovery and rediscovery.
We love bringing you these stories, and it's our mission with She's on Top to tell as many of these stories as possible, but we can't do it without you.
Yeah, we really can't do it without your help. And here's how you can help. Please become a member of She's on Top. You'll be joining a dynamic group of amazing women who believe in collaborating and working together so that we can all succeed.
That's right. And, part of your membership will actually go to Dress for Success, which is all about putting women back in the marketplace. And there'll be a number of other benefits, anything that we can do to bring full value to your membership. But mostly you'll be supporting getting these stories out.
Yeah, you'll also be getting things like exclusive content just for members, as well as discounts on services, like, for example, on Margot's photography. Anyway, you can see all the details on membership on our website, and we'll put the link below.
But for now, we'd like you to meet Margot Daley. Hi, Margot. It's so nice to see you.
Tracy, Jessica, lovely to see you both.
Lovely to see you.
Even for an early morning, we're all looking bright and perky.
Right.
It's called lipstick.
So we were, Margot, I was talking to Tracy about your business, and I was trying to figure out, when did you start it exactly? Because it's been very recent, right?
It actually has I officially launched a year ago. And I started photography, playing with it in total about 3 years ago at age 50. And I know, a little bit crazy, but it's become my new passion in the last sort of phase. Well, I shouldn't say the last, that's not right. But it's sort of a late stage passion that just started a couple years ago. But yeah, only a year officially.
Wow. And why did you start your photography business? After 50, I should say.
Well, I'll tell you, it was kind of by accident, Tracy. In general, I'm a television producer. I've been doing that for a couple decades, and you kind of go along, and it's still a great career, don't get me wrong, but you kind of crave learning new things. And for me, it actually became, I should learn how to shoot my own clips. I don't need to borrow friends who are camera folks and editors just to shoot a little thing. And so I just decided on my own that I'm going to take a course to learn how to shoot some video clips so I can edit them myself. And I did that, a really sort of basic in-person course. And it turns out, oh, well, I have this DSLR camera. I should try and take a photo. I've never taken a photo on a big girl camera. Only ever shoot. And from the first picture, it was love. I'm used to working with the moving image, but wow, one image, it was game changing. And that sort of launched a journey of learning and practicing, and just for fun. And I wasn't seen without my camera or editing. And then, yeah, about a year ago, I had the confidence the confidence was building. Why don't we go for it? Why don't we try and build a side business and see what happens? And it's been wonderful because people have responded to my photos. So I found something that I am lit up about.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say that I love your photos. They're amazing. We'll put a link below to your Instagram
Thank you very
page.
much.
But I have the same experience as you. I can totally relate. I was so excited when Jessica introduced me to you, because you take that first picture and it's by accident. You fall in love with the image. You just fall in love with it. And the next thing you know, you're a photographer. So
it takes you a while to say that, though, Tracy. For the longest time, it was like, I take photos, or I like photography, but the word photographer coming out of the mouth, that took a while to own.
For me too, absolutely. So I know that you, a few years back, you had a life-changing moment in your life, and we'd love to hear about that.
Yeah, well, it's funny, at age 45, ironically, on my birthday, I had a stroke, and wow, it's definitely a game changer in the sense of, you know, your world kind of reorders. I was working in a corporate environment at the time, and actually the first mini stroke that happened was actually there in the office. And I did go to the hospital, but they didn't quite catch it. And then a little while later, I had a, you know, a full stroke on my birthday. Never forget that birthday. And yeah, it really started a journey 9 months before I could go back to work, you know, learning physiotherapy and my goodness, I had a speech language therapist, I had a neurologist, I had an ophthalmologist, you know, it was my glam team of medical people. And basically during that time, you spend a lot of time thinking and what am I going to do? Am I going to go back to work? Can I go back to work? Will I be able to function? And I'm very thankful I was able to return to work after 9 months, and I wanted to finish a year at my job, but things had already started to shift. I knew that, you know, I'm not exactly happy. I don't know what I want to do. And yeah, it started this idea that, okay, I'm not happy. I've got to figure it out. And so I ended up leaving the corporate job without a job. I knew I was going to go back into freelancing in television just to get away from a corporate environment, but I hadn't found my thing yet. So in many ways, it was instrumental, that stroke, in kind of moving you forward to find something else.
I mean, you can tell it lights you up because your photos are beautiful. And I know, like I noticed watching when you started with the video, you're mostly concentrating on women entrepreneurs. Is that right? Like,
Yes.
is that an area that you're passionate about that you can obviously relate to?
I feel like I am one, and it's funny, you know, starting off as you do, you shoot everyone. I love shooting children and families. I happily do headshots. I'll do this. But, you know, as you're growing, you're starting to think about, okay, well, what about a niche? You know, instead of being the jack of all trades for everything, because there's so much competition, what if you narrow in on one demographic? And I felt like I'm a women entrepreneur trying to go to the next level. And I kept meeting all of these amazing women who are also, I'm a mompreneur. I've got a little side hustle with this, that, or the other. And so you know, I get on well with everybody, but with women, I think I'm good at encouraging, make you feel confident. You can shoot with me. Don't worry. I know you're nervous. Listen, in my TV world, that's what we did, you know, trying to help people feel relaxed in front of a big, daunting TV camera. So it's sort of natural for me to want to, no, listen, don't worry. You look gorgeous. Trust me. And so I found a niche helping other women, and particularly there's a lot of women that are building up their businesses. So my photos have kind of shifted, not entirely, but shifted towards helping women show themselves off on social media, show up, because everybody wants to see your face.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, it's funny, you talk about niche. We've interviewed quite a few women entrepreneurs. That's
Sure.
what we do. And a lot of them talk about niche. It's so important to niche and really figure out what you're great at. So, you know, love that you're working with women entrepreneurs. That's brilliant. Have you had any struggles that you would say, maybe because you're older, you're starting a business older, do you find those struggles? Or are you on the same level as all other photographers out there, like, you know, a 25-year-old photographer?
I won't lie that, you know, after the shoot, even if it's 3, 4 hours, 5 hours, I'm going to collapse. I do need to sit down. I don't think the my millennial counterpart needs to do that. I kind of do. But during the shoot itself, I'm energized. And there's an element of, and I'm sure that's for so many of your entrepreneurs, you know, you do have, you've done a lot of different things. So there's different confidence, even if it's not the strongest in that area in general. I think that's an advantage. You know, this is not your first rodeo in general. So yeah, I haven't felt at a disadvantage with my age.
How would you define success for yourself, Margot? Like, what makes you feel successful? Do you feel like, oh, when I'm here, I'll be successful?
Right.
Has the definition of success changed since you started? We're always curious about this.
Yeah, definitely. Because, you know, in my chosen field, yes, to a degree, I can feel, all right, I have a level of success, but I don't use the monetary. I feel like I'm growing a business. I am in charge. People enjoy my photos. And I'm putting it out there in a way that I never dreamed I would have, because that's a big part of it. You know, I'm just sharing, this is what I'm doing, you know, judgment. You may like, you know, if you saw the photos 2 years ago, you might have thought, why is she putting that out there? But so that definition of success is I'm trying something that I love, I'm going for it, and it makes me happy. It lights me up. I could talk about photography all day. I meet another photographer, we can talk. And so there's an element of that success. Oh, especially, you know, client sent me a note the other day, and when I get one that I love, that is my success. That pays off more than the premiere of a television show debuting to big numbers, you know, very personal. So yeah, that's sort of my new meter, making my clients happy.
So we hear that from everybody. We actually just wrote a little article on that. And it's so true. So many people say to you, you know, how much money are you making, or are you profitable yet? But I think Jessica and I feel that if you love what you're doing, you feel successful, and the money will come, the income will come.
Absolutely.
And it's so important to really love what you're doing, right, Jess?
And if you change one person's life, like you said, you just get, for us, it's like, you know, people get caught up in with, you know, social media stuff and views and all this kind of stuff. But we feel the same way when one person reaches out and says, thank you for making this content. It's making a difference in our lives.
Right.
Great.
The rewarding feeling.
Well, thank you. I mean, I have to say your pictures are absolutely gorgeous. As a fellow photographer, you know,
I appreciate that.
Of this interview, and we're excited because you're going to be doing a photo shoot for us soon. So we're very excited about that.
Cannot wait.
And it's been amazing talking to you. So thank you so much.
Thank you both, ladies. It was wonderful chatting.
Thank you, Margot. This interview will encourage a lot of women. So thank you for that.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks so much for watching. If you're looking forward to get some headshots or get a video done in your company, we highly recommend you check out Margot's amazing work, and we put the links below to where you can find her.
Yes, her work, it really is fantastic. She's actually doing some work for us. We're very excited about that. And also, if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and leave a comment, because we love your feedback.